Good morning, everybody. I'm Amy. Welcome. You've joined me for YoBility today. So as you might guess from the title, we're going to be doing, it's a fusion class. Basically, what it is modules of movement with yoga flair. And so each of those modules are going to be 4 minutes long, and during those 4 minutes we move through 4 different moves. And each of those moves we do for 4 reps each. Now, some of those modules are built up a little differently, but that's what the slow flow that we go through each module will demonstrate to you. So before we perform each of those modules, we are going to be doing the module slowly so that you get the form down right, you open up the body correctly first, and then we'll put ourselves on that 4-minute timer, and we'll go through the module in a more deliberate fashion. So before we get started, first things first, let's talk about that belly zipper. All right, so important to keep us structured and moving appropriately. That zipper, I like to say, goes from about that pubic bone up and over those lower ribs. Think about a tight zipper. Lace it up, zip it up, tie it down. So it doesn't matter which way you bend. If you're bending front, take an extension back, go side to side, or even rotate side to side, that zipper stays very close to your spine, helps support you. So that's what we need you to do first, is take and zip that up, and we're gonna go ahead and get a small warm-up in, just to get us moving a little bit. It'll give you an indication of what I mean by 4 moves, 4 reps each, all right? But we're not gonna go for 4 minutes on our warm-up. We're just going to move through it maybe 4 times. So we're going to start with our arms out to the side, everybody, if you're ready. All you're going to need is a mat today. And like I suggested, maybe some extra padding for your knee when it comes time at the very end of class, where we're going to be down on our knees. But if you do not have extra padding, I'm going to show you how to just fold your mat over and give you a little extra padding for your knees. So let's start right here. Arms to the side, floating, all right? Let's go ahead and maybe soccer ball size circles. Let's go for forward, 4, and then 3, 2, and 1. Let's circle backwards. 4, 3, 2, and that would be our first move. Second move, lift the knees, cross the arms in front. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms out. I'm gonna rotate, looking right, coming back to the center, alternate, look left. Now as you rotate, reach through to the right, reach through the top of the head, and come back to the left. 4th and final move in our warm-up, a bend. So left arm over the ear, come back to the other side, right arm over the ear. Let's do that 2 more times. Side bend, and then side bend. Back to the start, arms out to the side, circle forwards with me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Big backward circles. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lift the knees. 4, 3, 2. We're going to rotate, alternating side to side. So rotate right, through the middle, rotate left, through the middle, rotate right, through the middle, back to the left, and then let's side bend. Doesn't matter which side you take first, all right? We're just going to do 4 reps. We're going to go through this flow 2 more times to just help warm us up. Let's go arm circles. Forward, 4, 3, 2, 1, backwards, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knee lift, 4. You got it. 3, 2. Rotations, 4, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Last thing are the side bends. Doesn't matter which side first. 4, and 3. Open up that side body. 2, and 1. Let's go through 1 more time. Arm circles forward. Done. Yes. 2 more. Backwards. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee lifts, arms front. 4, 3, 2. Easy rotations. Doesn't matter which side first. I'm going to go right and middle and left and middle. 2 more. Right and then left, and then finally 4 alternating side bends. Let's take it for 4 and up and 3. Last 2, everybody, and 1. All right. Simple warm up, guys. Let's get going. We're going to come to the front of your mat, all right? So, front of your mat, standing in what we commonly know as mountain pose, all right? So you can feel your full footprint. You can feel the arch of that foot. Or you can feel your 10 toes, and you're not super depressing those shoulders, but they're relaxed. You've got a relaxed lower body stance. It's an upward salute, so we're gonna go through a slow flow first. We're gonna go through everything 1 rep, slowly, then 4 minutes at our more deliberate pace. So inhale this is an upward salute. Hold the arms up. You notice that your zipper is zipped, those ribs are down, they're not extended. Take a breath in here, and as we exhale, we're gonna exhale into a forward fold and hinge from the hips, softening the knees. Let's hang here for a moment. Spine is nicely and gently flexed and rounded. From here, we're gonna take our second move as a half forward fold. We're gonna slide our arms about up to our shins, lifting and reaching through the top of the head. As you have, again, that zipper zipped, your spine isn't overly extended, and you're feeling that long stretch on the back of the legs. So we'll be taking those 2 moves, the upward salute and the half forward fold. We're gonna pair those and take those 4 times in a row. After we've done that, we're gonna collapse back down into our forward fold, hands to the floor, and step back into a 4-point plank. Doesn't matter which leg goes back first. Spin the palms down into the floor. And in that plank, you're forward on your toes, you're lifting your thigh bone. All right, I'm gonna be going to 4 alternating, what we will be doing, 4 alternating side planks. First time, I'm gonna tip onto my left arm, and I'm gonna reach my right arm up. Notice that you are in neutral spine here. It's like you're standing tall, but you're just tipped on your side. You can gaze up towards the ceiling, and we'll just go once on the other side, all right? So come back slowly down to the floor, square the hips, the shoulders, and then I'm gonna turn my back away from you here. I'm gonna tip onto my right side and take that side plank to the other direction. Again, hips stacked, shoulders stacked, zipper zipped, and you are in neutral. And you're gonna come back down to the floor after we've done 4 alternating side planks. I'm gonna reach back. It's not just lifting my hips, but it's reaching my hips back and up, and then back towards my heels. So it looks like I'm getting ready to jump. We're in a squat. And from here, I'm gonna extend my knees and my hips and come back out into plank. And we'll be doing that 4 times. And on the 4th one, we're gonna actually take a step through. So let's step back through to the front of the mat, into your forward fold, and I'm gonna have us uncurl our way up. All right, we're gonna go for about 4 minutes now, putting it into more of a deliberate pace. So we'll start with our upward salute. Come with me here. We go inhale up, exhale forward, fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Feel the length, exhale down. Now let's do those 2 things 3 more times. Inhale, exhale it out. Shh. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale back down into your forward fold. 2 more times. Inhale, upward salute, exhale. Starting to feel the body warm up a little bit. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. 1 more time. Inhale it up. Exhale, take the fold. Inhale, half forward fold. And this time, exhale, hands step to the floor, feet back into plank. Inhale to side plank. Here's 1 of 4. Back down to plank. 2. Back down to the center, square it up. Go for 3. And then final one, 4. We're gonna lift and reach those hips back towards our heels now in a squat. And come back through to a plank for 4. Reaching forward, 3. 2 more, 2. And on this 4th one, step or jump all the way through to the front of the mat. I'll take a little light jump. Inhale, hinge up into your upward salute. Exhale, starting it all over again. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hinge upward salute. Exhale, shh. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale all the way down. 2 more times. Inhale. Take the exhale. Warming up nicely. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale all the way down. Inhale 1 more time. Exhale, take the hinge. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale, step back into plank on this one. Let's take our side planks. Inhale to a neutral spine side plank. Take it down into the center. Take it into the other side, alternating side planks back down to the center. Again, bring it up. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Back to your middle. Final time in this set. And then back to the center. Reach back and up with those hips. And then shoot that plank out towards the front of the mat for 4. And 3. Here's 2. And on the final time, step or jump forward towards the front of your mat. Again, hinging to an upward salute. Exhale. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale all the way over. 3 more times. Inhale, hinge up. Exhale. Inhale, half forward fold. Does everybody feel like they're waking up a little bit? Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, hinge up. Exhale it over. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale all the way over. And then final time again in this set. Inhale it up. Exhale it out. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, step back into a full 4-point plank, staff pose. Inhale, bringing the right arm up, side plank. Bring it down to the floor, exhale. Inhale, lifting the left arm up, side plank, solid. Go ahead and exhale to the floor 2 more times. Inhale it up. Exhale it out 1 final time. Inhale it up. Exhale, lift and reach those hips back and down towards those heels. Plank forward for 4. And back, and 3, last 2. And then final time, walk or step, jump forward, hinge up, inhale. Exhale, take the forward fold. We'll finish this part of our module. Inhale up, half forward fold. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale it over. 2 more times. Inhale, half forward fold. And exhale all the way down. Inhale to hinge up, upward salute. Exhale, hinge forward. That belly zipper is still tight. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale all the way over. Final time, everybody. Inhale, take that hinge up. Exhale all the way over. We'll be moving on after this, transitioning to the next module. Inhale up, half forward fold. Exhale, and let's hold ourselves in that forward fold. Nice job on the first module, everybody. From here, we're going to come back up, but we're going to uncurl ourselves back up. Not a hinge, but you're going to start to arch your back. And as we leave the floor, I'm going to get my pelvic bowl underneath us, and we're going to start to stack those vertebrae up, 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 up. All right, until we come up. Nice work on the first module. Let's move on to the second module. I'm going to have you stay at the front of your mat. We'll go through with this slow flow again, just to get the move down, to open up the body to where it needs to be. We're going to start with the chair pose. So similar to how we started the last module, arms are going to reach up. We're going to take 1 single chair pose here. So exhale as we shift those hips back, which we nicely opened up in that first module. I'm not so concerned now that your arms get up by your ears. You're reaching forward. Your belly is zipped, and this is a strong pose. You can feel those quads working. The spine is long, the ribs are down, the belly is zipped. All right, we'll be doing 4 of these chairs. And then I'm going to exhale now as I come on up and bring my arms to the side. On my 4th one, I'm going to take a step back from here with my left leg. I'm in a wide stance, feet wide, mountain pose. I'm going to rotate to look at you, so I'm going to rotate to my right. All right, so this is a revolved, feet wide mountain pose. Let's hold this one. We'll be doing this dynamically 4 times, but let's just hold this one. Notice that your quads are lifted, your knees are lifted, you're keeping your hips forward. You're in that revolved position, the arms are floating to the floor. All right, as you inhale, you breathe and reach to the top of that head. Exhaling, you compress and pull those ribs in. We're going to keep the arms wide. We're going to turn our hips to face the long edge of that mat. This is reminiscent of what's called a bookend pose. Toes are forward. All right. From here, two options. We're going to prayer our hands in front, or from here, we're going to reverse our prayer hands on our back. All right, and you will maybe see what that looks like when I take a hinge. If you are in that reversed prayer position, it's going to help intensify the stretch. We're going to take a half forward fold, intense stretch. And you're going to feel that in your legs, maybe specifically running up the outside of that leg. All right, let's just hold this one. You're not excessively extending your spine, and you're still reaching through the top of the head. We will be dynamically doing this 4 times. Let's just hinge up and float those arms back out to the side. We're going to step out with our right leg, which is crossed over in front, to the short end of the mat here. Kind of reminiscent of a warrior 2 pose. From here, it's a reverse warrior. So I'm going to take my left arm, float it back to my thigh, and reach my right arm overhead. And again, we'll be doing this dynamically 4 times. Let's just hold this first one. You feel the length down the right side. Take a breath or 2 to feel where that stretch is in this pose. And after the 4th one, we're going to step to face the back side of your mat. So I'm going to step through and face the other direction now, arms up. We'll slow flow the other way. Exhale down in a chair. Hold for just that moment again to feel the strength of your pose. The toes on the floor. As I come back up, sweep my arms out to the side. Step back, just a gentle step back with your right leg. Wide stance mountain pose, feet wide. Legs are straight, kneecaps lifted. Squeeze the thigh bone, take a rotation towards the long side of your mat. You might notice here, interestingly, that you can turn easily in one direction, maybe not so easily in the other. It's just a mental note to make. We'll be doing that rotation 4 times. Now let's turn to the bookend pose. Toes forward towards the long edge of your mat. Feeling that stretch in the hips, lift the thighs, and then prayer the hands in front, or reverse prayer behind, and take the intense stretch forward. Again, this is our slow flow, and we're almost done with the slow flow, and then we'll go with what I call the actual Mo flow. All right, come on up, hinge forward, arms out. Step that left leg to the short edge of your mat, toes pointing out, and you're in that warrior 2 position. Take that right arm, float it down to your leg, bring your left arm up. We're just going to hold this one for a breath or 2, but we will be doing that 4 times dynamically. Let's go ahead and get started. Step through to the front of your mat, arms up. Take an inhale, exhale down in the chair. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale it back out. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Bring the inhale up, step back with your left leg. Easy rotations for 4 and 3. Lift that thigh. 2 and 1. Turn all the way to bookend pose. Hands prayer, one of 2 places. Take the dynamic, intense stretch forward. 1 and come back up. Here's 2. Lifting and reaching through the top of the head. And bring it back up. 2 more. Bring it forward. Don't let those ribs flare. And stand up nice and tall. Still lifting those knees. Go ahead and take it forward. I'm going to come up, arms wide. Step out to my warrior 2 position with that right leg. Reverse warrior now for 4. And arms float back up parallel. And 3. And parallel arms to the floor. 2 more. As you bring that right arm back up, it reaches out over that right knee. 1 more time, step through to the back side, short end of your mat. Inhale the chair. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale it down. Inhale 3. Exhale, sit it back. 1 more time. Inhale 4. And exhale, bring the arms out to the side. Step back lightly with your right leg. Rotate towards your left side 4 times. And back to the center. And 3. And center. 2 more. 2. 1 more time. And we're going to turn this time to the book's end pose. 1. Prayer the hands either front or behind. Hinge forward. 4. And up. And 3 more. Take it forward. 3. And hinge up. 2 more. Keep squeezing those thigh bones. 2. And last time. We're going to open the arms out. Step out into warrior 1 with that left leg. Reverse warrior. Right arm back. 4. And float the arms up. And 3. Last 2, everybody. 2. And then final time, step through to the front of your mat. Inhale those arms up. Exhale down to chair. Inhale 2. Exhale 3. And exhale it out. And 4. Let's go ahead, arms wide. Step back, left leg. Wide stance, mountain pose. Rotate, revolve it. 1. And 2, keeping the hips facing that short end. 3, now you got it. All right. 1 more time, 4, hold it, turn into book stand, prayer, hands forward or on your back, 4 for the intense stretch, and 3, 2 to go, and we step that right leg out to warrior, 2, final time, stepping the right leg out to warrior, open up those arms, reverse that warrior for 4, and 3 to go, 3, up, and open those arms, float them parallel to the floor. 2. Final time, step to the back of your mat, inhale to the chair. We go, last time through, 4. Sweeping the arms up, 3. And up, 2 to go, 2. How about 1 more time, everybody? Hold them up here, step back lightly with your right leg. Rotate towards your left side, legs are straight, hips stay forward towards that short end. There's 4 and 3. Lifting and reaching through the top of the head. 2. Pulling your ribs in. 1 more time. Hold the arms here in your revolved position. Turn to your book stand pose. Either your arms prayer in front or prayer behind. Intense stretch. 4 and up. And 3 to go. Let's finish this one off and we'll move on to the next module. 2 more. 2. Hand up, and then 1 more time. Arms float out. We're going to step that left leg out to warrior. Reverse it for 4. And float the arms up. And 3. Feeling a good stretch right now in that right hip. 2. 1 more time. We're going to step through to the front of the mat. Bring those arms up. And then hands to prayer at your chest. Nice job on that second module, everybody. We're going to move on to the third one. We're going to transition down to the floor. So from here, let's go ahead and take a standard transition. Bring the arms up. We're going to exhale like we did when we warmed up. And we're going to take that forward fold. Inhale to half forward fold. But this time, let's have a seat on the floor. Come on down. All right. We're going to be doing the next series all on the floor. You don't have to worry about coming up. Pretty core intense for this module. We're going to start in boat, and we're going to think of our boat as moving through a series of boats. All right, so we will go ahead and do 4 reps of this first initial boat. Bring the arms up, or the legs up. All right, you can present your arms out in front. I will show you supported boat right here. Fingers pointing towards me, right about my hips. We'll start in boat here. For the second rep, we will straighten our legs to full boat. You may keep your legs bent. Don't worry about straightening them out. For the third rep, we come down to a hollow boat. Shoulder blades off the floor. Ribs are deep, belly is zipped up. For the fourth and final rep of that boat, we come back up to where we started, right here. Now, my hands are going to come to prayer at my sternum, thumbs at my sternum, and I'm going to revolve this boat. So I'm going to turn my elbow to the outside, my left elbow to the outside of my right thigh, and back to the center. And I'm going to revolve just once to the other direction. My right elbow goes to the outside of my left thigh, and I'm going to come back to the center. We will be doing that revolved boat 4 times. From here, I'm going to lower myself down to the floor. So the feet come down to the floor. I'm going to scooch forward a little bit because I'm off the mat. And we're going to lower ourselves down to the floor. All right, pushing down into my feet, starting to tilt my pelvis just this once. Let's roll up into that shoulder bridge. So this will be our 3rd move in our module. Feel those posterior chains light up a little bit. Okay, you can feel your toes. Let's just hold it here. A good shoulder bridge, it's always worthwhile. All right, so let's just hang out here for a moment. Make sure that that zipper stays zipped, the ribs stay in, the hips and shoulders stay square. I'm going to be extending one leg at a time to the ceiling. So let's just do once per leg. Inhale, bring that right leg up. Notice the support on the left side now, and you're squeezing that right thigh bone. All right, and now I'm going to lower my right leg to the floor, and I'm going to lift my left leg up similarly. Lift it up, and now you feel the support that that right leg is giving you, that right hip especially. Everything stays zipped, and you can feel some heat build up there in that right side. Let's lower that left foot to the floor. We'll be doing 4 alternating, legs to the ceiling. Uncurl yourself back down to the floor. All right, from here we're going to roll into a ball. So we're going to bring my knees to tabletop, and I'm going to reach my arms around to my hamstrings or the front of my knees and curl my shoulders up off of the mat. The ribs are deep. It's like somebody's pushing into your sternum. All right, we're going to just do 1 rock forward. So what we're going to do is roll back and take it 1 rock forward and come back up to that boat. We will be completing 4 of those rocks to get ourselves back up as our 4th move. Let's go ahead and get us started. So we got the hands back here in support, or you can keep them unsupported. You can keep your boats unsupported if you like. All right, let's go. Let's take it right here. Here's the first of our 4 boats. And 3. 2 more. Hollow it out, then slide it back up into your beginning boat. Hands to prayer. Revolve. 4. And back to the center. 3. Back to the center. 2. Final time. 1. Release to the floor. Articulate down and up into your shoulder bridge. Legs reach for the ceiling. Alternate. 4. Deliberate squeezing. 3. 2. And 1. Articulate back down. Roll into a ball for 4 counts. Here's 4. And 3. No flat spots in that spine. 2. Final time. You're up and hold. Boat. Here's 4. And up to full boat. 3. Down to hollow boat. 2. Back up to boat. Let's revolve it. Hands to prayer. 4. The thumb stays in front of the sternum. 3. And here's 2. And 1. Release to the floor gently into bridge. Reaching the legs for the floor, ceiling. 4. Extend and squeeze. 3. Hips stay solid. 2. And then last time, articulate back down to the floor. Roll like a ball for 4. Here's 4. And 3. We're going to go through a couple more times, everybody. 2. This was a quickie. And 1. Stick the landing. Boat pose. Here's 4. And then full boat. 3. Hollow it out. 2. Slide it back up for 1. Revolved boat. 4. Back to the center. 3. Reaching through the top of the head as you take that twist. 2. And 1. Release to the floor. Articulate down and up into your shoulder bridge. Reach for the ceiling. 4. Strengthen the hips. 3. 2. Final time, you articulate back down and then roll like a ball. Here we go for 4 and 3. 2 to go. 2. Stick the landing on this one. Hold. 1 more time through. We've got boat. And here's full boat. Take it down to a hollow boat. Slide it back into the boat. Let's revolve that boat for 4 and 3. Notice the stability in the hips, keeping you in place. 2 and 1. Articulate down to the floor and peel yourself up into that shoulder bridge. 4 extensions towards the ceiling. 4, 3, placing that foot back down on its perfect footprint. 2, and 1. Articulate down. Roll like a ball. Here's 4, and 3. We're going to go through one more time. Bonus set, everybody. 2, stick it at the landing at the top. Bow here. Extended the knees. Full bow. 2. Here's 3 boats. Back up into your seated boat. 4. We revolve it for 4. And back to the center. 3. Back to the center. 2. And final time. 1. Articulate down to the mat. And then up into your shoulder bridge. Reaching for the ceiling. Not just merely lifting the legs. 4. But reaching. 3, 2. Final time. Articulate down. Roll like a ball, everybody. Here we go. We go for 4. And finishing it off with these last 3. Final 2. And then final time. Hold the boat. Stick that landing. Nice job, everybody. Feet to the floor. All right, nice work. Let's transition to the next one. For the next one, we're going to be coming over onto our hands and knees. So why don't we swing our legs to the side, and we're going to come into a quadruped position. All right, hands to the floor. Again, we'll be moving through this slow flow. And when we're on our knees, this is where, if you want to double up on your mat for this one, this isn't quite as intense on your knees. Later on, it will be a little bit more intense. But if you want to double up on your mat, or you have a blanket, this is where you're going to be doing it. All right, so I gotta check my notes. Oh yeah, this is what we're doing. All right, here we go. Everybody, thought I was gonna get it without having to check my notes. We go in quadruped position, pushing the hands down into the floor. All right, we are going to bow and arrow. So I'm gonna actually face you as we do this one slowly. I'll face you so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna lift my right elbow up and rotate mostly my thoracic spine as I lift that elbow up, and just hold it right here. Notice I'm not going to crank it through my arms, but my hips are staying pretty much down and in place. Just drawing the bow back, and I'm going to release that to the floor, and then just one more time on the other side. Draw the bow back. Notice that you're not extending the arm, so you're leading a little bit more through your shoulder. And then I will release that down to the floor. All right, I'm going to turn back around to the other side of the mat. Tuck your toes under. We'll be lifting those knees off the floor into an elevated quadruped position, and I'm going to extend and reach back with my right leg. Hold that right there. This is our second move of the 4. Notice you are lifting and squeezing that thigh. And I'm going to step back through, keeping my hips very stable, very parallel to the floor. Reach back with your left leg. Squeeze that left thigh. Squeezing at the hip, making sure that your zipper stays zipped. We'll be doing alternating those for 4 counts. All right, step back in with your left leg. Now I'm going to lower back down to my knees from here. Give my wrists a little bit of a break. And instead of reaching my right arm and left leg into an opposite arm, leg, front, and back, I'm going to lift out to the side. So we're going to abduct the right arm to the side and the left leg to the side. Let's hold that. We'll just do one on each side. And then lower that back down to the floor. Lift your left arm out to the side and your right leg to the side. So everything is away from your midline, but it is still straight. Your hips and your shoulders still stay square. But boy, can't you feel how that hip is working a little differently to hold your leg out there, right? And then lower to the floor. I'm going to tuck my toes now, and I'm going to go to a downward facing dog. I'm going to reach my right arm. I'm going to revolve it. My right arm reaches for my left side. Hold just for that moment. As I replace my right arm to the floor, I come back down to the elevated quadruped position here. And then I'm going to push back up just once to the other side. So let's revolve to the other side. Push up, reach your left arm through to your right side. Spine is long, reaching through the crown of the head.
And from here we start all over again. So I'm going to come back all the way down to my hands and knees. All right, let's get going for our 4 counts. Starting with the bow and arrow for 4. Let's inhale. We go for 4 and back down to the floor. And 3 and 2 and 1. Let's elevate the quadruped position. Reverse that mountain climber, reach back for 4, step in. And 3, step in. 2, calm hips. 1, come back down to the knees, abducted arm legs for 4, to the floor. And 3, the hips stay stable. Here's 2, and then final time, we go to the downward facing dog, revolved. Right arm across to the left, 4, and then elevate your quadruped position. Here's 3, and back down to that long spine, 2. Final time, we start all over again. Come down to the knees. Bow and arrow. We reach 4, and to the floor. 3, square it up. 2, draw the ribs in. 1 more time, elevate the quadruped position. Reach back 1 leg at a time. Keep the hips calm. 4, stretch back and squeeze. 3, and 2. Final time, abducted arms and legs. Drop to the floor. We inhale 4, exhale down. So it looks like half of an X. 3, and 2, and final time, downward facing dog, revolved. Pick it up for 4, and then back down to the quadruped. And 3, back down to the quadruped. Here is 2, and then final time, let's start it over again, people. Back down to the floor, bow and arrow. Here's 4. Good movement. 3. Nice. We're moving that body 360 degrees. 2 and 1. Picking the knees up. Reaching 1 leg back into extension at a time. 4 and 3. Final 2. Last time, we're back down to the hands and knees. Quadruped to the floor. Abducted arm legs. 4. To the middle. 3, the torso stays calm. 2, final time, revolved, downward facing dog. We go to 4, and then quadruped float. And 3, quadruped float. Here's 2, and then final time. Let's go through again, folks. Down to the knees, bow and arrow. Last time through 4. And 3, gentle on the wrists by cupping the floor. 2, final time. Elevate your knees. Let's reach back 1 leg at a time into extension. 4, step through. 3, and 2. Final time, back down to the knees. Opposite arm leg abductions. 4, keeping the torso calm and centered. 3, we go 2. Final time, let's revolve that downward facing dog. Let's go for 4, and then quadruped. And 3, quadruped down. 2, final time. We're going to end with 1 final set of bow and arrows to finish off our 4 minutes. Reach 1, and back down to the floor. Keep the ribs intact. 2, in, down, and deep, spine long. 3, final time, and we'll take a child's pose. 4, stretch back into child's pose, reach the arms out in front. Nice job on the flow, everybody. Maybe even take your arms off to one side of the mat, then the other. All right, we are moving on. Let's transition ourselves to a standing position from here, from your stretch. Pull your arms back in underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes, go to a standing forward fold. Walk your hands further back in towards your toes. Let's go ahead and uncurl ourselves up off of the mat. It's a more gentle way of coming up. Tuck the pelvis, roll yourself all the way up for this next module. Okay, we've got 2 more to go. Nice job, everybody. We'll be facing the long edge of our mat. So, taking a decently wide stance with the toes pointing forward towards that long edge. Let's go through each of our movements
Again, slowly to start. Arms out to the side. It's a revolved, half forward fold, straddle. I'm going to take my right hand down to the floor as I extend my left arm up. Okay, I am not putting anything but my fingertips on that floor. All right, hold right here. And I want you to feel yourself lengthening and extending through the top of that head. And then we're going to step back up, arms float out to the side. Very good core work there as we're not letting our whole weight down on that arm. Let's revolve once to the other side. So our straddle stays centered. We're on our fingertips on the floor, lengthening through the top of the head, arms extended towards the ceiling. Come back up. All right, that was our first move. Our second move is a simple squat. I'm going to prayer my hands in the middle and drop straight down into a squat. My elbows are in the inside of my knees. Do not let the engagement in that belly let go. Very important right now to keep that zipper zipped. Let's just hold that right here for a moment. All right, you can still feel your toes. You can still feel the arch of your foot. And to come out of this, we're going to do this 4 times. Just this once. Let's reach our arms up and back out to the side. Nice. All right, turn your left toe towards the short end of that mat. Reach over that left side, forearm down to your left knee. It's an extended side angle. Bring your right arm up. This is the third of our 4th moves. Feel the length from your fingertips, down your shoulder, into your hip, down your leg, into your ankle. Breathe. Take a few breaths right here. It feels good. This is a good stretch. This is a good full stretch. Straighten out the left leg, float the arms back up. Return to straddle. Turn your right toe out. Just this once. Reach over that right leg, float your forearm down to the right leg, and lift that left arm over your extended side angle to the other side. This is the 4th in our move. Again, feeling the length. This is a good side body opener. Breathe into those ribs right there, blow them open. Take a breath or 2. Those are our 4 moves. Let's put them together in a flow. Come on back up and turn that toe forward. All right, notice we didn't move around too much. Let's start our 4 minutes. We're going to revolve to the floor. It doesn't matter which way you revolve first. Ready? Let's go for 4 and back up, and 3 and back up. 2 more. 2 and 1 more time. We take it into the squat. Arms prayer in front. Plunge straight down and starburst those arms. 4 and 3. 2 to go, and we go to the side angle. 2. I'm going to go to the left side first. So I'm going to turn my left toe out. Reach over and down for 4. It's a dynamic move. I'm going to come back up. And 3. And reach those arms parallel to the floor. 2. And parallel to the floor. 1 more time. Turn the left toe forward, the right toe out. Same thing, side angle, extended angle, the other side. 4. And straight. And 3. Big stretch down those side bodies. 2. Final time, everybody. Starting all the way over from the top. Turn the toes forward. Revolve the half forward fold. 4. And up. And 3. Final 2. 2. Last time, we squat straight down in between our knees. Prayer hands. 4. Explode overhead. 3. 2 more. 2. And we go 1 more time into the extended side angle left. Reach over. 4. And float back up. Straighten out the legs. 3. And up. 2. Good stretch. Good dynamic stretch. 1. Let's go to the other side. Toes forward. Right toe out. 4 to the right. And float back up. And 3. And float. 2 more. 2. We start it all over again, folks. 1 more time. Pointing the toes towards the long edge of the mat. Revolve. Half forward fold. 4. And you're up. And 3. Let's go 2 more. 2. 1 more time. taking it to a squat, arms to prayer, plunge straight down, 4 and out, 3, 2 to go, 2. We're gonna go straight into that extended side angle to the left, turn the left toes out, go for 4, and float back up with the legs straight, 3, arm over ear, 2 more, 2. Final time, left toes forward, right toes to the short end, to the right side, 4, and float back up, and 3, 2 to go, 2. We're gonna go through this flow one more time. It was another fast flow. Let's go forward towards the long edge, revolve, 4, and up, and 3. Lifting those knees, guys, squeezing those thighs, 2, and 1, squat, hands to prayer. Here's 4, dynamically, starbursting those arms overhead, 3, and 2. We have our extended side angle, toes out to the left side. Whoa, I almost lost my balance, 4, and up, and 3. Last 2 on this side, we go one more time to the right. One more time. Turn both toes forward and then the right toes out. Flow to the right, 4, and up, and 3. 2 more, 2. We're just gonna get a few reps in from the beginning of our module. Turn everything back to face that long edge. Revolve for the last 4, and 3. 2 more, and we're almost out of time on this module, 2, and 1. Take it to a squat with the starburst arms, to prayer, 4, and reach, and we're gonna transition down to our final module, 2, 3, and 4. Nice job, everybody. Arms out. Let's heel toe, walk it in. All right, hands to prayer. Nice job, everybody. All right, so this is where you might want to double up on your mat. We're going to be on the knees. It's going to feel a little bit more intense. So what I will do is just simply fold my mat over to give my knees a little bit more of a pad. All right, we're going to be starting on the knees. So for this, I will face you. We're going to come down to the knees. And it's okay, I don't care if my hands are off onto the floor here. I'm more concerned mainly about my knees here. Hands to the floor. Push down into that mat. I'm going to lift my knees up off of the mat. All right? So we're going to lift the knees up into that quadruped position to start. We've done this before. And we're going to go through and we will do all 4 reps. We're going to tap our shoulders for 4 times. So I'm going to tap for 4, just as we would in the regular module. 3 in the MoFlow. 2 and 1, because it's kind of hard to hold the shoulder tap, right? All right. Lower back down to the knees. As we come down, now I'm going to take my left leg out to the side. This is reminiscent of gate pose. The left leg is out. Now, you have 2 choices with that toe. It can turn at an angle, or it can be parallel to the edge of your mat. Whatever your comfort level is, the angle is a little less intense. And from here, I'm going to cat-cow. So I'm going to extend the spine. Inhale. Hold that without the ribs flaring, right? And you should really feel, you probably feel, a long stretch down the inside of that left leg. And now I'm going to exhale just this once. I'm going to exhale into that cat position where we feel that spine flex. The head drop, push down into the floor, pull the shoulder blades apart, and draw that sternum deep, deep inside. Here's where the intensity starts to happen. You come back down to a strong, long spine here. And I'm going to take my arms and bind them behind me. I'm going to be in an unsupported forward fold, reaching back, grabbing for my opposite elbows. So we are in an unsupported forward fold, very hip, very core important. We unfold to a standing position, or a kneeling position, sorry. We'll be doing this 4 times, all right? At the end of the 4th one, we'll come back down and put the hands to the floor. So come back down into that unsupported forward fold here, and you're reaching through the top of your head and you can feel that core at play. And we'll load our hands back onto the floor, right underneath our shoulders. We're going to be sweeping that left leg up into a three-leg dog. So as I start to lift my right knee up, I bring that left leg straight back up behind me. And we go for 4, and I'm going to lower my right leg down, and now I'm going to lift my left leg up just this once. Right leg comes up. Hold that, the hips stay square. We're not spiraling that downward facing dog open. And then we lower that right leg back down to the floor after the 4th one, and we come all the way back down to a floating quadruped position. Notice I'm not on the floor. Are we ready to flow through our final module? All right, we start for 4 minutes. Tap the shoulders 4 times. We go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. I'm going to lower to my knees. Take my left leg extended out to the side. Cat-cow. 4. And push. And 3. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Here's 2. And then final time, 1. After the cat, come back down to neutral. Unsupported forward fold. Reach back and then kneel up for 4. And then reaching forward, take it easy. 3, and 2 more. Here's 2, and then final time. On this one, I'm going to unload my hands back down to the floor, supported. Sweep that left leg up to a 3-leg dog. Here's 4 alternating legs. 3, 2 more, 2, 1 final time. Float your quadruped position. Tap your shoulders. We're going to hit the other leg now. 4, and 3. Here's 2, and 1. Knees to the floor, right leg out. Cat-cow. 4, and arch that back. 3. Feel it all the way into that lumbar spine. 2 more. 2. Inhale, and exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, and exhale. Take it into an unsupported forward fold. Hands behind you, interlace the fingers, or grab your opposite elbows. Kneeling up. 4. Watch it as you take it forward. 3. And it's more of an intense stretch on the inside of that right leg now. 2. And forward, we're going to go 1 more time. Unload your hands to the floor. Lift your left knee, sweep your right leg into a 3-leg dog. We go for 4 alternating legs now. 3, 2 to go. 2. Float your quadruped from the top. Alternate knee, or shoulder taps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to the knees. Left leg extends. Cat-cow. 4, and 3, and 2 more. 2. Inhale, exhale. 1 more time. Come back to the neutral spine. Unsupported forward fold. Intense stretch. 4. And reaching through the top of the head forward. 3. And coming all the way up to a hip extension on that right side. 2. And 1 more time. Hands to the floor. Sweep that left leg up. 3-leg dogs. Here's 4. And alternate. 3. 2 to go. 2. 1 more time. Floating quadruped position. Tap the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the floor, knees down. Right leg out. Cat-cow. 4, and 3. 2 to go. 1 more time. Unsupported. Forward fold. Hinge up. We go for 4. Into that hip extension in that kneeling position. 3. Making sure your ribs don't flare out. 2. 1 more time. Support your hands underneath your shoulders. Sweep that right leg back up into that 3-leg dog. 4. And down. And 3. 2 more. Here is 2. 1 more time. Floating quadruped position. Tap the shoulders. 4. And down. 3. 1 more time through and we're done. 2. And 1. To the knees. Left leg out. Cat-cow. 4. And push.
and 3, and exhale, 2, and exhale. One more time, neutral spine, hinging in with the arms bound behind you. 4, forward fold, halfway, 3, foot flat on the floor, 2, and hinge. One more time, hands underneath your shoulders. Sweep that left leg back, up 3-leg dogs, 4, alternating, 3, last 2, and we go one more time through on the other side. Lovely job, everybody. Floating quadruped, tap the shoulders, last 4, this is the home stretch, 3, 2, 1, knees to the floor, right leg extends, foot flat, cat-cow, 4, 3, final 2, one more time, an unsupported forward fold, hands bound, arms bound, 4, and over, and 3. Do you feel that stretch on the inside of that right leg? Yes, you do. 2, one more time, hands underneath the shoulder, take your final alternating 3-leg dog, sweep that right leg back and up for 4, last 3, everybody, and we take a final stretch, 2, and final time, everybody, walk through to your mat and have a seat. Lovely job. 6 modules, nice work, good flow. I'm gonna let you sit however you'd like to sit. So cross your ankles. I like to sit in bound angle because now my hips are a little bit more open. And it's more comfortable for me actually than sitting with my legs crossed. All right, if you would like, your legs can come out, whatever. The goal is more of our upper body stretch right now. So whatever your legs are doing, they're doing. Reach behind you, interlace your fingers together, and pull your arms up away from your body so you're sitting super tall. That was good work, everybody. All right, hands over to your right hip. Drop your right ear down to your right shoulder. You will know this as my sign-off stretch. So pretend like I'm coming around to each and every one of you and pushing down on your collarbone and up underneath your jaw. All right, come back to the center and stretch those arms back. Hands over to your left hip, left ear to left shoulder, look upright. Again, I'm coming around just as you would do at the end of class and pushing down on your collarbone, a little up on your jaw. It feels like a good opening stretch. Reach straight back behind you. All right, wherever your legs are, close them up. Let's come up to a standing forward fold and get you up. Standing forward fold. You're gonna uncurl as you stand up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Oh my goodness, guys. Nice job today. That was a good, solid 6 modules. Way to go. Thank you very much for tuning in. Stay tuned to your social media pages, all right? We have got the on-demand and the live classes on Mind Body. Some of that has already started up. Some of you have already signed up. Thank you very, very much. This is going to be very exciting. We've taped a bunch of stuff for the library already, and then we will also have it going live. In fact, I'll be taping something right after this class. So, you know, maybe email us with your questions. Email Dale with your questions. Let us know what maybe if you've got some requests. We'd love to hear them. Otherwise, everybody have a great rest of your Friday and enjoy your weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, including I am a mother to a fur baby or 2, so I'll include myself in there as well. And have a very nice day, guys. Thank you very much.